Hi, I'm Craig Birch here at Manders Real Estate headquarters on the Constant Road in the heart of Wolverhampton with this week's property bulletin. We talked earlier this week in Property Live about the property price growth in the West Midlands for people buying homes, for people selling homes. But now today we're going to talk about some more encouraging statistics that we've had about the growth in the rental market. What about landlords? What about tenants? Well, for landlords, buy-to-let landlords, the outlook is very, very bright indeed. And it's come from a very reputable source, the Office of National Statistics. Their latest data, they measured all of the data over 2017 going into January 18, and they report that the West Midlands is performing better than the national average for rent growth. The national average was 1.1%, and the West Midlands is 1.6%, so fifth best performing region in the country for rental growth. So certainly the outlook very, very bright for landlords indeed, and we're getting calls here coming into the new year all the time. We seem to be getting more and more calls from landlords looking to rent out their properties. Plenty of tenants out there, tenants who are also probably trying to save up deposits to get on the property ladder, maybe buy their home down the line, but for now they've got to rent, they've got to save, and this puts landlords in a very, very good position going forward. And certainly with the growth figures that we've talked about, it's looking very, very good for landlords going forward. Obviously we've talked long and hard in the past about legislation that's going to affect them, going to hit them in the pocket, and obviously they will spend less and less time for the less and less return they're going to get down the line. So a lot of them are coming to people like us here at Manders, looking to market their homes, sort out the viewings for them, get the tenants for them, and have a look at our management service as well. It doesn't cost as much as you think, and it can take a hell of a lot of aggro off the backs of landlords by using a management service. There's lots around, but certainly the one Manders provided is very, very cost effective, and it's certainly worth having a look at if you're a landlord, because ultimately if you're a landlord, you want the most return for the least possible effort after the initial outlay. It's a big enough risk having a buy-to-let property, but certainly let's take the hassle away from you. And with these rental growths as well, there's certainly money to be made, still money to be made for landlords, and certainly it's worth investing some of that money in making it as hassle-free a process as possible. I'm Craig Birch, and we'll see you tomorrow for top tips.